Hi guys, today I'd like to talk about having your date your representative. Not you, not the real you. So I got this word off somebody I dated a long time ago. I was in a short-term relationship with, who said that you always give the person your representative in the beginning of a relationship or while you're dating or whatever, and then the real you comes out later. Now I actually think that is so wrong. And I've always been the kind of person that what you see is what you get. Now, don't take that in the extreme of rocking up to dates looking like a scruff because you sit around the house in your tracksuit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your personality. Don't pretend that you have this wonderful relationship with your family, or that you're really polite to the waiter, or that you donate to charities or volunteer at as a big brother, or whatever. If you don't do those things, don't pretend to be someone you're not, because if you have your date fall in love with your representative as opposed to the real you, not only is it extremely wrong and fraudulent in using her, basically, it's also going to be heartbreaking for the both of you, because say you both fall in love and then she finds out the real you and she has to break up with you. Not only is that going to hurt her, but it's going to hurt you. And wouldn't you, instead of sitting there going, oh geez, I wonder if she'd really love me if she really knew the real me, wouldn't you rather know that she loves you for you? Now, you might say, well, I wouldn't get this person if I didn't pretend such and such. Well, you know what? Then they're not the person for you. It's not fair to have her date someone, or him date someone who they think that you are, but then you're not. It's fraud. They don't deserve that, and that's really quite rude of you to think that they do. So, yeah, like I said, wouldn't you rather have someone that you know loves you for you? So if you couldn't get a particular person without pretending to be something you're not, then that's not your person. Go find someone who will love you just the way you are. You will be much happier. Surely you want someone to love the real you. Do not give them your representative. Now, don't take this, like I said, don't take this to the extreme. That doesn't mean that you fart on the first date because, farting is what everybody does. There's a difference between basically being someone you're not and not hanging out all your normal bodily functions and your tracksuit attire on the first date. Honestly, I'm sure that you know what I mean. Don't pretend to be someone you're not, but by the same token, put some effort into dates and rock up looking nice, and don't fart and don't burp and all the rest of it. Somebody can accept farting and burping down the track unless they're a bit weird, because it's a normal bodily function. But if you're the kind of person that's doing it on a first date, then she knows that you're the kind of person that's going to embarrass her when she's out. So you need the happy medium, guys. You need to be the real you without being the real gross you that comes out and is normal when you get to know someone better. But pretending you're something you're not, or not letting her in or him in on big things that they should know before getting involved with you to make a decision about whether they want to be with you or not. Like, if you have someone fall in love with you or start falling in love with you, and then you tell them you've got like 5 kids at home, that's really wrong. They might not want to have an Insta family. They might not want kids at all. They might only want their own children. So surprising something like that on them after they've started getting feelings for you is really wrong. You need to be upfront. I mean, you don't have to say it before the first date, but unless it's something like really dramatic, like criminal or whatever. But you need to let them know this before they start catching feelings, because it's not fair to have someone fall in love with you and then find out that they can't be with you and you both end up just getting hurt. It's not fair to the other person. It's wrong. It's so wrong. I fell for somebody because I thought he was showing me that he was a really lovely guy, and there definitely are parts of him that are really nice, but I thought he was nice overall. But then I find out later that he was actually, quite disrespectful, and did and said things that, had I seen that before I fell for him, he's probably not somebody I would have gone for. Might not have even fallen or gotten feelings, because it would have turned me off. So that was really bad, because by then I was already in love, and it was far too hard to walk away because of the such strong feelings I had, because I fell in love with him because I thought he was so nice. And then I felt like I couldn't leave because I loved him so much. But then he had all these horrible, well, I mean, they weren't disastrous, but they were bad traits that I didn't want in a partner. And it was too late then. And so I feel like that he led with his representative, and it wasn't fair to me, because that's the person I fell in love with, and that's the person I wanted, but I couldn't have, because that wasn't the real him. I mean, yes, he had good traits, but he had a lot of bad traits that were being hidden back then. And like I said, had I known that they were there, I probably wouldn't have gone for him. So do yourself a favour and be yourself, and have someone fall in love with the real you, and you know that they're really in love with you then, and not in love with someone you're pretending to be, and it's all going to crumble one day, because when they find out, they're probably going to leave you. Is that what you want? You don't want someone to be with someone and invest all this time and feelings into them to have them leave you when you show them the real you. Just show them from the beginning, and just pick the ones that like those traits in a person. Like, for example, there are some people that are ridiculously sarcastic, and some people can't stand that, rubs them up the wrong way, and they don't want to be with someone like that. They want to be with someone really polite. So if you hold off your sarcasm until he or she's got feelings for you, and then all of a sudden you let it out, well, they're probably going to walk away from you, and then you're going to get hurt. Whereas had you shown your sarcastic side from the beginning, you would have attracted a mate that is sarcastic themselves and really loves that kind of humour. So you're only shooting yourself in the foot if you do not show the real you from the beginning. I can't stress that enough. Anyway, guys, reasonably short one. I'll leave it there, and from Aussie land, farewell.